Okay.
All right. Yeah, we could probably.
Scooch on to the next one.
Yeah. What else?
Right here, we got a upcoming video game movies. We'll kind of scooch to this, see our thoughts on it. The first one here, Call of Duty, is just gonna be a generic war.
I feel like any war movie ever, like Saving Private Ryan, could have been a Call of Duty movie.
I think that was more Medal of Honor though. Like because the Medal of Honor series was always more grounded.
Grounded, realistic,
and tried to show the actual horrors of war. Where Call of Duty just pretty immediately, as soon as they could, do online stuff, like went right into it.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah, but exactly, it's gonna be just, if that ever happens, which, like, why does it need to? You're right. It's just gonna be whatever. They'll put a little bullshit storyline in it and try to make you care about. They'll get Chris Hemsworth to be in it.
Next one here, we got Minecraft movie. Never played Minecraft. I assume it's gonna be something just like the Lego movie.
Okay.
Which just because it's one of those games where you can build whatever you want or whatever. So I just assume it's gonna be something like that.
I just want to quickly say that the Lego movie was a really nice surprise.
I like that.
Didn't you write that on there?
No. But the Lego movie, I mean, as soon as it came out, a lot of people were saying it was quite good.
Angry Birds, it's
but it was a really good movie. Like, it was, you could enjoy it as an adult.
Yeah, really.
There were some
jokes. Movies that I enjoyed as an adult was the Angry Birds movie they had written there. I thoroughly enjoyed Angry Birds because
I was surprised. It was definitely a delightful surprise.
Adult humor in that was pretty funny.
There was some,
So keep scrolling down. This one would be pretty interesting. An Uncharted movie.
Okay. Yes. I don't know. I really like. You see, here's the problem where we're getting into, because one of, I think we're gonna get to it later, but like what we all want to see develop into it. This one kind of falls into it where I want to see it, but at the same time, ultimately, I just think leave them alone. Just leave them as the games. Like, they're so cinematic to begin with. You don't need to develop them.
Right now, I think this one's outdated because I know Mark Wahlberg's not part of it anymore.
Yeah,
I think it's Tom Holland. It's supposed to be like a prequel.
And like, I'm mostly okay with that. I'm mostly okay with that, but I guess the idea, get them into it, try to make a franchise out of it, but I just, not interested in seeing an entire movie about that version of the character. And just an on-screen version of that character to begin with. Like, I don't think we need that. Like I said, it's so cinematic to begin with. But who knows? They couldn't have done.
Everyone wants like Nathan Fillion to play. Nathan Fillion.
Did you see the fan made?
No, I haven't. I saw it was like amazing.
Okay.
So
really,
but before that came out, people were like, does he voice Nathan Drake or anything?
No, he doesn't. But it's like, there's definitely like a lot of his characterization is definitely based on Nathan Fillion and certain characters that he played. Like, that's, snarky personality that Nathan Fillion has. That's definitely based on him to some degree. Even his appearance is a little bit based on him, I'd say. It's also based on the guy Nolan North, who actually does the voice and motion capture. He looks similar to that as well. So, I would be really interested to see them
if it was
Nathan Fillion. Have Tom Holland play the young version of him, and then do.
They could be like, I could see Tom Holland as young Nathan Fillion.
Do it.
Here, I don't know about that. I've never read anything with this, but this site has Mass Effect as an upcoming video game movie. You played the games.
I loved Mass Effect.
I assume
I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's one of those things that would not work out in a movie. They could do little stories within the universe and get away with it, But you're talking about like there's 3 Mass Effect games, each of which are like 20 plus hours.
Right. Yeah.
So you have to condense it so much that you're taking away. I don't know. You're just not gonna have a Mass Effect movie. Call it something else, or do a little story within the universe, but don't make a Mass Effect movie.
Yeah, or maybe try to, a lot of these things. Maybe, I keep jumping back to like maybe do a series, like do a series.
That's the thing, though. Like a lot of it, like that's why is a choice. It seems.
Yeah, like if it's such a sprawling, like I haven't played any of the Mass Effect games, but I know that it's this huge, RPG world that's just you can do so much in it, and how do you do that in a one and done movie or even a series of movie? It's hard to,
Yeah, there's just so many characters that, I mean, you can't fit them all in a movie and have character development, or if you throw all the characters in, it's going to feel forced. Like, to me, it's not going to work.
But, they probably been developing, I think something came up.
Nothing important.
Nothing, yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, like, they're probably going to develop, like, its own story kind of thing. I feel like they do that a lot, like with Resident Evil, right? Like it doesn't tell the same story. Like it's literally just in name. Like it's called Resident Evil in name, and they'd probably do that with Mass Effect too. Like just have it be a totally separate thing,
and which is like Mass Effect and like your bigger games, like your Mass Effect and your. I know one game that keeps popping up a lot that people want a movie for is Red Dead Redemption, like your big blockbuster games. But I mean, I feel like those games tell the story so well that
you don't need a movie.
You don't need the movie at all by any means.
And there's no point in just having a Red Dead Redemption game in name only kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like why do you gotta? What's the point? No, but another one, going back to Uncharted, is The Last of Us by Naughty Dog as well.
Okay,
and that's one. Yeah, the Naughty Dog games, are just so cinematic. But I would be very brotherly love.
Just sipping your Coke.
Sharing is caring. Yes, sharing is caring. They're so cinematic in their own right that don't bother kind of thing. That one even more so than Uncharted. Like Uncharted, I'm kind of actually excited for, but it would take a lot for me to be excited about A Last of Us because it's so perfect as it is. Like I don't even want them to make a sequel to the game. Like that game is one of my favorite of all time, and like it just
there is a second one.
They're doing a second. Yeah, it's coming out like next year, I think. And I don't even want that. Like I just want it to be that its own thing, So it was so beautifully done that like there's no way they can translate it to screen. It would just be some generic. They would literally just turn it into a zombie movie.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again, like who knows if they get the right people attached to it. I know like Sam Raimi was in talks to direct it, and maybe because like he can do some good things like horror wise.
Well, next one I got popped up here going through this list here. Obviously another big franchise, God of War.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I could see it, but
once again, like all these don't need.
I don't feel that it's necessary. I mean, the game's told the story of Kratos. I mean, they're still telling the story of Kratos right now. I don't know. If they made it, I'd be excited and I'd watch it, but I don't feel it's necessary.
Is there anyone out there that you think could play Kratos?
Oh man, yeah, we should have been talking about
some fan casting.
Yeah, we would like to.
What is I can never pronounce his name.
Okay.
I can never pronounce his name, but
Digimon Husu.
Yeah, it's amazing that you do.
Husu.
But yeah, like he looks like Kratos. Like he has the facial structure. He's a good actor.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah,
But,
that's your pick.
I
Yeah,
mean, I
that
think
would
the
be my-
internet's go-to thing is Jason Momoa for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Just because Jason
Yeah.
Momoa is built and whatnot, has a
He's
beard.
built. He has a beard.
It's almost like how Bryan Cranston is fantastic. Every single character that's bald,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
okay, that didn't give much of a reaction. I don't know. I never played I played God of War. I think,
I enjoyed
But-
most of the games. Yeah.
but it wasn't a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mortal Kombat, obviously, James Bond.
Oh, okay. You need to stop here. That. Oh, okay. So, yeah. If you wanna introduce this, yeah.
We're looking at Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
Take it
which
away, Mike.
is my favorite game series of all time. It is these games if they did this, and I know that the guy who did the latest Kong movie
Jordan
he's
Voight
attached.
Roberts or
Yeah, he's attached to it now, and so I'm very curious.
This director is a huge Metal Gear Solid fan too. I guess.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's already.
you need someone that is that loves this property to tell the story properly.
Yeah.
Because there's so many layers to every single one of these games, and there's so much tongue-in-cheek moments and fourth wall breaks, and I just don't know how it's gonna translate to this to screen, but I'm super excited about this. It's been in developmental hell for so long. Ever since the first Metal Gear Solid, they've been talking about making a movie based on them, and I do hope they develop. It's based on the very first game.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say the very first game because there was, the original Japanese ones, which were like top down.
Yeah.
Just Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. But yeah, if they base it on the first Metal Gear Solid for original recipe, Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation, that story is probably the best one to tell.
Yeah.
That you can, because it's very much contained to one setting pretty much, and they could probably do some good things with it. I think it's going to be very interesting to see if this actually does get off the ground. But because I know there's been lots of talks about it for a very long time, but it actually seems like stuff is happening this time, and casting will be. I can't even think. It's my favorite. I've thought about it so much. I don't think there's anyone I can picture as Solid Snake though. There's no one that comes to mind, because David Hayter, who voices the character, that's the voice I just picked. There's another voice coming out. The last few games, Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes, and Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. That character, he's voiced by Kiefer Sutherland. And so it's someone else other than David Hayter, and I didn't like it. I didn't like that.
If it's the same person, same norm.
Well, okay, it is weird because it's technically not the same person.
Yeah.
He's playing Big Boss, who Solid Snake is a clone of.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, but David Hayter did voice Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 3, Portable Ops, and Peace Walker. So he voiced the character for a long time, and then it was literally just the last two that they got Kiefer Sutherland to voice him, and he did the motion capture and stuff like that for the last two games of that starred Big Boss, or that you played as Big Boss in. But yeah, I couldn't get into it. Like I just wanted to hear
Yeah.
David Hayter's
Yeah.
voice, and like
Yeah.
he voices the character so well, and it's that like if I see someone
Talking.
playing,
It's just not gonna
playing
fit
that
in
character,
regardless.
I don't like I
Yeah.
can't, and like that's on me, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think they're gonna have to get David Hayter and like de-age him. They're gonna have to like use CGI to
Yeah.
de-age him and just have him play that character because he has done some acting and stuff like that. But I just can't hear that character,
Yeah.
see him
Yeah.
on screen and not hear his voice, you know. But that's all I should say about that, I guess. I don't know if you like. I love this. Is literally like that series is my favorite of all time. There's some other games that stack up there, like The Last of Us, like I said earlier, is definitely one of my favorite games. But like I said, on its own, as a series, there's nothing else for me. Like that's what stands out the most.
Gotcha. Mike's a fan of Metal Gear Solid.
Oh man, I
I gotta say, I've never played them.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of great things about them.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's just, yeah.
I can't recommend them enough, really. Like, it's hard to jump in, like especially now, like because it's done. Like the series is done. The guy who is developing them for a long time, like he doesn't work at Konami anymore, Hideo Kojima, and he's doing his own stuff now. And they had like a huge falling out as he left.
Didn't he have like a Silent Hill project he made?
Yes,
With Norman
and
Reedus?
that was amazing. I don't know if you guys played PT. Oh man, so good. And it would have been the best horror game of all time. If that game came out, it would have been the best horror, because just the little PT standing for playable teaser, that little demo that they released is my favorite horror game of all time, and it's just like a little 10-minute demo, and it's my favorite horror. Like even now, like I've played it a couple of times, like it's just a 10-minute thing, and I still get like chills playing it.
Jeez.
And like stuff like the way that if that game came out, without a doubt it would have been the best horror game of all time.
Boy.
But that's kind of where it all went down the toilet between Hideo Kojima and Konami when they canceled that, and then they didn't give them enough time to finish Metal Gear Solid 5. That's another thing about Metal Gear Solid 5, which it without a doubt has the best like gameplay mechanics in any of the games, of course, because it's current gen. But the story technically isn't even finished in a way. Like there are massive plot holes that like there are some characters that go off and like do something, and you can tell that it's supposed to go on and tell that story, but it doesn't.
Okay.
Because they just didn't give them enough. It wraps up satisfyingly enough, but it's just like you can tell that they were going to finish that. There's even like people that have done data mining of the game and found like cutscenes that aren't included in the game but were going to be, what was I saying? But anyway, it's just it's a hard series. Like you have to tell it from the beginning, like from Metal Gear Solid, like the first one for PlayStation, and tell it from there. If you go anywhere else, it's hard to tell that story. But it's really good.
Right on.
Let's move on because I'm gonna keep talking.
No worries. This one here is put in the category of unnecessary, I believe.
Yeah.
Is a.
Started watching.
I was gonna turn around.
All right. Okay, so I filed this one in the category of unnecessary. Video game, because the Pokemon franchise is so huge.
Yeah.
Why do this particular one?
Yeah.
To start it off.
And like you were just saying, it's such a huge franchise that I often forget that it started off as a video game franchise. Like, because the anime is so huge.
Yeah.
I often forget that it's a video game franchise. So, strange. I don't know.
So Detective Pikachu was Like, is this an original idea?
This
there
was a
game?
video game set. It was originally released in Japan only. I think now North America's getting a version of it.
Mm-hmm.
But all I know is Ryan Reynolds is voicing Pikachu in this movie.
Which is
Okay.
strange.
From what I get from the concept of the game, like this character, this guy you play as, he has this connection with Pikachu that they can actually talk to each other. So it's, I don't know, when you picture Ryan Reynolds, you picture Deadpool, and I can't picture Deadpool voicing Pikachu. Kind of thing, like, you know, like the Ryan Reynolds humor isn't a kid's movie kind of thing.
There's a
I can
whole
see
lot
it.
of.
I can see it.
So I mean, I assume it's gonna be like a smart ass Pikachu thing.
Yeah.
Sarcastic little.
Look at him with this little Sherlock Holmes ad. I think he's kind of a smart ass character.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a Pikachu that's in a real, like it's a live action.
It's a lot like everyone like live action with this
CG
CGI Pikachu. They couldn't get the real Pikachu to be in the movie.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, so they had the CGI.
That's, I mean, sure.
Yeah, I don't want. I'm not gonna see this movie. I'll just say that right away. But I don't think it's wrong to have cast Ryan Reynolds. Like, you might as well, kind of thing. Like, you know, you'll get some money out of that. I assume,
probably.
star power. But but I don't think they have to worry about that to begin with. Like, this movie is just gonna make a boatload of money anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it's just gonna. People are clamoring for anything Pokemon related, so I think regardless of who is voicing him, I think it just will maybe attract you to go see it because it's Ryan Reynolds and other people like that enjoy his acting. So yeah, I think that's
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know, just want to picture
it is
a live action thing of this franchise. I just pictured this to be the first one.
Yeah.
Well, he's always
Not
been
for
the staple of the franchise, right? Like the star of the series, I'd say, right?
Yeah. Yes, there's a Gears of War movie potentially being made. Never played those games.
Okay.
I know Dave Pt2 is interested in playing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And if they made a movie of this,
Yeah, go for it. Dead ringer, right?
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Let's see, Gran Turismo, how like.
That would just be
racing.
like another Need for
Need for
Speed,
Speed,
I feel. Fast and Furious.
You guys ever play? The last one here is Portal.
Okay.
Okay. I really enjoyed the game.
Yeah. Could be interesting.
Yeah. I could see
mind
it.
that. Yeah.
It could be fun. Like it would have to.
A thriller.
Yeah. You know what? The more I think about it, I think that could work.
Yeah, because there's enough stuff going on subtextually. With that could be really interesting, and all the designs of the robots and are pretty neat. So
reading here that like J.J. Abrams is kind of attached to it.
Yeah, and I don't. It wouldn't need to have a large budget.
No.
I don't think.
And then if that movie was successful, I mean that could open the doors to a Half-Life movie, which was a big game. And both of them in the same universe.
Oh
yeah. So
yeah, that could be. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people would. Yeah, it all depends on who's attached to these movies. Like it really, the video game movies, they all get this bad rep, but it just depends on who's adapting them. Like this could be a pretty simple one to adapt, I think. So yeah, go for it.
Right on. So that's the end of the list of the upcoming to this particular website that's coming out. I know that there's a Sonic movie coming out.
That's true.
With Ben Schwartz being voiced and Paul
Rudd is.
No, I don't.
No, it's not. It's
he was gonna be.
Yeah,
but
Ben
Schwartz.
Marsh.
James Marsh. Jim Carrey is gonna be the villain.
Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to that one because people expect it and whatnot. I think like Illumination Studios, I think they have like a Mario project.
Yeah.
Making. So stuff like that. I'm looking forward to that. think that's all I got for upcoming games.